How is motorcycle low-speed compression set up for drag racing? If you have ever wondered how to optimize your motorcycle's suspension for drag racing, you are in the right place. Let's break down how to set up low-speed compression for the best performance on the track. Low-speed compression damping plays a key role in how your motorcycle reacts during slower forces, like weight transfer when you accelerate or brake. This is different from high-speed impacts, such as hitting bumps. In drag racing, getting the low-speed compression just right is vital. It helps manage how the bike squats at launch and keeps it stable as you speed down the track. To start, you want to ensure that your motorcycle's rear end squats enough when you launch. This squat is essential for transferring weight to the rear tire, which boosts traction and grip. You want a strong launch without causing the front end to lift too much or even wheelie. Typically, you will want to dial in enough compression damping to control how quickly the suspension compresses. However, be careful not to make it too stiff, as that can lead to loss of traction. A good approach is to begin with moderate low-speed compression settings. Then, adjust based on how your motorcycle performs during launches. If you notice the bike squats too quickly or bottoms out harshly, increase the compression damping to slow down the compression rate. On the other hand, if the bike feels too stiff, which can lead to loss of rear tire grip or a rough ride, reduce the compression damping. In drag racing, the suspension setup usually requires more compression damping than what you would use for street riding. This helps prevent excessive dive or squat while still allowing controlled movement. The front suspension often has more compression damping and preload to minimize front-end lift. Meanwhile, the rear suspension needs to absorb the torque effectively to maintain traction. Balancing low-speed compression with rebound damping is also important. Rebound damping controls how quickly the suspension extends after being compressed. For drag racing, having less rebound damping on the rear can help the suspension extend quickly after it squats, keeping the tires in contact with the track and ensuring stability. Another factor to consider is sag, which is how much the suspension compresses under the weight of the bike and rider. Setting sag correctly is essential, often requiring slightly more preload on the rear spring to support the bike's weight and rider gear during launches. Overall, setting up low-speed compression for drag racing involves tuning the suspension to allow controlled squat for better traction, preventing excessive front lift, and maintaining stability as you race. Make adjustments incrementally and test your launches, taking into account rider weight, bike geometry, and track conditions. This careful tuning will help your motorcycle perform optimally for the unique demands of drag racing.